Hello, everybody. This is our last discussion board post. And to begin, we're supposed to be talking about a summary of the class in general. I have appreciated being a part of this class. This has been the first time we've been able to really take what we've learned from assessments and theory and everything and actually play it out or sink our teeth into the process of counseling itself. It's been a fun journey. There are some things I expected, and certainly others that I did not. And then how I was going to approach everything, didn't know until we got into that moment of counseling and working with our partners in our group, and then on our three primary recordings. We didn't know until we were in the fire, getting forged, or at least starting the process. And it has been it's been nice to get out of a book and to get into the moment, and see how it all plays out. Specific counseling skills that I've developed or improved upon. I think one of the main ones that I had issue with, that was a challenge, was reflecting feeling, and being in feeling with the people that I'm doing those sessions with. I think that was probably the most commented on feedback that I received. It's because I'm very head-focused person. I think real big. I can be empathetic and warm. I think I did that well. But what developed really out of this course was my ability to recognize a feeling when it came in a session, and then step into that and not only develop it a little more, but start to learn to reflect that back to the individual, and kind of focus more in on that. It took a minute to get there. That was definitely probably one of the skills that took me the longest to pick up on, but it absolutely helped. And it was great to finally, get the comments and the feedback that, oh, you're staying with that feeling with the person. Good job. And I was, being able to get that was phenomenal. The most significant lessons that I learned throughout the semester, I would have to say, would once again be held within the moment of the counseling sessions. And that would be learning how to receive the information that the client is giving, and course and direct. It seemed that I either was working with clients who didn't say a lot, or clients who spoke very full and gave lots of good descriptions, and a lot of information. And the thing that was really interesting that I learned throughout the whole thing was how to manage that, how to get someone who walks into a tangent back into that feeling that they were describing before, back to the point that they were walking through, or the reason they came to the counseling session, while respecting the fact that they were processing, in their own way. Learning to navigate through that, I think, was probably one of the things that I really learned every session, was like that. Knowing when to speak up, knowing when to summarize, versus allowing the individual to walk in their thought, and then bringing them back to the reason or purpose that they were there. Challenges I encountered during the semester, I think, again, was the reflecting of feeling, being able to identify feeling and sit with it. Also, I'd say confrontation. When we did the confrontation session, I remember doing the confrontation, but I don't remember feeling confident in it. And since that point, in every session that we did, I kind of been looking for that, those moments to do that. I know it's a very specific thing to confront and then readjust. But I think confrontation was probably learning where and appropriately how to step into that, a challenge someone's thought or processes. I think that's a continuing challenge that I'm going to have to walk forward with, learn more about. And where I would like to continue developing my counseling skills. I got to, in my final session of the recording projects, I was able to use a narrative therapy intervention. And I love narrative therapy. I love everything about it. The idea that the person isn't the problem is the problem, that we can reauthor our own story walking forward, and especially the idea of taking the problem and setting it aside and making it something outside of the individual so that they can then see it and face it. It is a beautiful concept that I could just talk hours about. And in my final recording session, I was able to use the narrative therapy framework to give an intervention to help separate the client from the problem that they were facing. It was less language of what I've done wrong, and I was able to pull it out and talk about how that influenced me or that set me in the right path. And I've been waiting to experience that or see that or to be a part of that since I learned about it in the first theory class. And this whole time, I've kind of kept my ear open in each session to see where I could try and use that. And I did. And I think it went well. We have not received our feedback yet, so hopefully I think it went well. But I was able to do it, and I'm so excited to learn how to continue to implement those interventions in all of the counseling sessions moving forward. And so, yeah, that's kind of the overview of this year and everything I experienced in the class. I'm very appreciative of having the opportunity to even be a part of this, and very appreciative of the group that we worked with. They were a fantastic group of people in our counseling sessions, and then my partner for the counseling sessions as well. It's been a pleasure, and I thank all of you if you watch this video for your time and allowing me to experience this with you.